I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. They say you don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? You don't grind it, you don't shine it. What the fuck you signed up for? What you mad at me for? Only thinking everything was bust moves. Yeah, put a couple of niggas on, but they don't even know how to tie their shoes. Mouse, face forward. What's up, 2013? Cheer. Clockwork these beats, clockwork these streets. Hey, one with me in this motherfucker. Clockwork these beats. Mouse.
Clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G. I said I'm clockworking these beats, and I'm clockworking these streets. What the fuck you know about me? I hustle hard, my G, my G, my G.
Yo, I didn't really realize that a nigga had his music playing and it was on mute. It's comedian Jay Scott, man. Imabullyradio. You see that right there, man. Saturday, mid-afternoon almost. Hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all being productive out here on this Saturday right now. Appreciate everybody in here checking your boy out right now, man. Hit the like button, share this ish right here. It's gonna be some good game dropped on this one right here. Let me go ahead and get the title out there. Titled Episode 18. Pandemonium. You know, I did a show Wednesday. Right when I got off that show Wednesday, I start seeing just more shit happening. It's nonstop, man. It's nonstop right now, y'all. It's nonstop out here. Hold on. But what I'm gonna do, because what I want to do is, man, I just want to start going in. I pay attention to this guy who I'm getting ready to bring on right here. You know what I mean? I pay attention to him. He puts out some very good posts. You know, I could tell that he's a brother out here that is of like minds, you know what I'm saying? And I want to bring him on, chop it up with him. All right, so, you know what I mean? I want everybody to give a good vibe feeling going on right here for my man, Shane Smith. Hold on, let me bring him on, Shane. Let me get the...
Hey.
What up, bro?
What's going on, comedian Jay? How are you, sir? I appreciate you having me.
Oh yeah, all day, man. So first, let me just start off by saying, for the people that are not familiar with you on my page, or just, you know, period, man, can you let the people know who you are out here in these streets?
I'm just an average cat, man, from Philadelphia. The chef. Been chefing for about 30 years. I moved from Philadelphia to Atlanta. Started doing some things out here in the TV world out here in Atlanta with the housewives and things like that. For a lot of good folks out here, man. Uh, right now, man, I'm really just trying to do my part in getting the word out to folks, man, because it seems like a lot of us are being misled into this slaughterhouse, man, and we're not paying attention to what's going on. That's really been my main focus. I stay on the stove, I sling food, but I really enjoy and really concerned actually about some of the things and messages that are going on in the media and on the mainstream media and the social media that are kind of blinding our folks to the same old repetitious garbage, man. Bullshit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And it's sad, man. You know, I'm seeing a
yeah.
lot of older cats falling for it that I wouldn't have thought would be on that type time, man. You know what I mean? But
And
they falling for it.
and I'm glad you brought that up, because as you see down here in the show title, it says episode 18, Pandemonium. And yes, people, I had to get blocked by a contradicting old nigga on social media. And I'm going to share that, and I'm gonna let you see it, man, just so you can see it. And this is what amazes me, man, on social media. On the social media, it's amazing to see how people allow themselves to get so emotionally wrapped into their answers. You know what I mean? At first, let me before we go all the way in, let me get this out the way right here. Let me get this out the way. So I'm a bully radio. Let me start by saying I got a copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use of purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. Let me get that out the way. So, with that said, man, anybody in here, man, drop comments, man. You see what we doing right here. Anybody got anything to say? You know what I mean? I will send you a shout out, drop some comments. You know, let's chop it up for a little bit. So, like I was saying, I feel as if on the social media we get wrapped up too emotionally in our answers that we are more infatuated with the lie than the truth. Like we love the lies, man. Like we love, and see, a lot of us get wrapped up in the lies because we have been, you know, brought up to think that what we see in front of us, especially on TV, is the 100% facts.
Yeah.
And now these things have gotten so colluded that, you know, when Trump said there is fake news, it is fake news. You know what I'm saying? It is some for real fake news. And like I'm gonna say, I am not a Trump fan. Before we get into any of this, I'm not a Trump fan. I wasn't even fucking with Trump before he was president. All right. So I don't fuck with the Democratic Party is trash right now. Trash. So I want to say that because people get on my timeline as soon as you critical of Biden or Kamala, then all of a sudden they like, oh, well, you a Trump fan? Nah, no. Nah, motherfucker. So let me, because, and the reason why I say all these things is because I feel as if there's a pattern that they're inflicting on Black people. The pattern is this COVID and the police and politics. It's a revolving circle that all intertwines with each other. And I'll start off with the health part. All right. So I'm gonna bring this up right here, and you just, so they just dropped the article and they just saying that the CDC has made it official that you can get this COVID through the air.
Breathing.
Through the breathing. You can breathe it in the air. Okay. Now, what I have next right here is what I shared on the previous show, which is from the World Health Organization. Let me make sure people can kind of see that. This says the World Health Organization. I got it on my page on what can stay healthy to beat COVID. So one, this side says no tobacco, avoid alcohol. Why is it saying to do that? Because those things affect your immune system.
Correct.
So let me ask you this, my good brother. And I'm not even factoring in the 5G. Okay. What do you feel is the reasoning on why they send out all these mixed messages on what to listen to, what not to listen to? You know, that is to the point where people really don't even like damn near take doctors serious from what they say.
Well, if you notice that it's only been a few organizations allowed to really publish anything. You remember when Dr. Stella Emanuel came out and gave her position, a medical physician gave her position and her opinion on how to treat COVID, and they blocked and deleted her video. So there's only been a few, the CDC, the WHO, and I guess Fauci and Gates have really been the only four people that you've been allowed to get advice from this virus. And it seems like now that the narrative is, if we don't shut things down, if we don't stay at home, this virus is going to spread. It's always a boogeyman for us for some reason, and they always got some type of boogeyman. When if you go back to 2001 with 9/11, it was Osama bin Laden was the boogeyman. Everybody had to be careful of him, and this, that, and the third. Then it was Iraq, Iran, all of that, all the way through. And now it's COVID or Trump. Pick the one, pick the racism and all that. But the mixed signals, I think, it's just to keep people confused, just to keep people in fear, not knowing what to do. Me myself, I'm not a real big. I don't like wearing a mask. I got asthma, so I don't. If I wear a mask, it already hinders my breathing. So when I have to go into play, I rarely go to places that require me to wear it. So I choose not to do. There's a whole lot of things that we can do to help our immune system. But I think they really just want to keep people in fear, man. And I think the biggest thing is, and this goes in a little deeper, is what the true agenda is when you touched on police, how they started talking about that. I think the biggest thing is they want to bring in a UN force. That's part of the plan. I know that for a fact, but that's a little deeper. We could probably touch on that a little later.
Oh, hey, we can let it ride because I got something for that. So, and I'm glad you brought that up because, actually, no, we can tap off on that a little bit later. Because what I want to definitely get you to speak on is this right here. Hold on, let me get this shit. This nigga right here, man. Now, when he, because when I put this on my page, I had people say, well, he couldn't have done anything. And it's like, man, we always give excuses for the nonsense, man.
Right.
And so now he's backtracking, coming out, and it's like it's like they trying to give him some type of little, some little butter biscuits, man. It's like they giving him something to try to put out there to keep the confusion going. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at what's being put out there is saying that he didn't even put anything on the table for them to even go with. You got some of these people that were on the jury that are now speaking out, saying, hey, he didn't even want us to speak about any of this. And it's like I know they keeping this so covered up to where it's playing with the people's psyche, because at the end of the day, they're protecting these race soldiers, man. And this whole group that they put together for this Breonna situation were, and I've said this before, it was almost like Blackwater, man. They were a group of almost like mercenary race soldiers that they put together to start out this no-knock thing. Because the no-knock thing has been around for a while. It's just it's like they assembled this team to really try to go out and be on some mercenary shit.
I could see that. I'm not real familiar. I'm not real familiar with Breonna Taylor case. I mean, of course, what I've heard in the news, but I really haven't done any in-depth research on it as far as what happened with her. But as far as that, this attorney, we all know, and I'm not speaking on him again because I'm not really that familiar with him, but we all know that they put these cats in these positions to be protectors of white supremacy. It ain't too many of them that got there organically and really doing anything. In fact, I can't name any of them probably since King, and he wasn't a politician, that we've had an organization where black folks were really in politics that really looking out for black people. You know what I mean? So they put these, and and these people in these positions, and just to protect white supremacy.
Yeah.
They go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, no, you're right. And so this guy is the Attorney General of Kentucky,
Mm-hmm.
and basically what he did was, um, when they already knew, when they start talking about clearing out the streets of downtown, and they had already kind of start talking about moving in the National Guard. I already knew the fix was in, man. I already knew the fix was in. I knew they were going to come back with something, not holding these race soldiers accountable. And when uh, he got on there and start just, like what you're saying, covering up the whole thing. And now he's backtracking because I paid attention to when this shit really first broke, because this was shortly after the Ahmaud Audrey case. They slid this in thinking that no one was going to pay attention, and they tried to make it seem like her boyfriend at the time shot the police and whatever. And but then the very first articles they put out about this story was that it was a no knock warrant raid that was supposed to be drug related,
And
and
it
they
was at the
said,
wrong house, right?
and it was at the wrong house. The house that they were supposed to do that for was another house that was affiliated with her ex, like her ex boyfriend, I guess, was a drug dude. And so they were supposed to do that raid at his house. Instead, they came to her house, which I believe they did it on purpose, because they let women and kids and teenagers be soft targets. And I believe that they were really doing like a mercenary training. You know what I mean? Like they do these things on purpose to see if they can get away with it. And so, this type of behavior right here from this dude, it just shows us, because I'm slowly working this to Kamala Harris here in a minute, but it shows us that they put these people in front of us, and at the end of the day, when it comes to especially like the vice president debates, the reason why you didn't see black people going so hard on that, because they had no idea what the fuck they was talking about. They had no idea about the See, that was a debate about politics.
Right.
Because you heard two politicians. Trump is not a politician. Biden is so old that he ain't even damn near making sense no more when he talk. You know what I'm saying? And so these things all fall in line. And so let me get to, if you want to speak on that or anything else, you know what I'm saying, before I get to
No, I like I said, I really wasn't. I didn't pay too. I mean, it's been so much going on, man, and I didn't even. I thought he was the district attorney. I didn't know he was the attorney general of the state. That shows how much I was into the joint, man. I knew it was a shame what happened to that female, Rihanna, and but it's nothing new. The thing that puzzles me about a lot of this, man, and it's unfortunate, but cats acting like this is new. We've always been filmed getting getting killed, man. We've always been on film getting killed. They always change the story up from Emmett Till to Breonna Taylor to George Floyd. It's nothing new. It's unfortunate, but we're becoming desensitized to it. And
yeah, we are.
you know
Yeah,
what I
we are,
mean?
bro.
And,
Yeah, we are, bro. We are, bro. And this leads me to my next article right here. So I just found this. So this happened in Kansas City. What's the day? I think it was yesterday. This was put out on Thursday. So, and I haven't, now I'm surprised they haven't shown this video out there. I'm surprised it's not floating down my timeline. But there's a video of a officer who was kneeling on a black woman's back, pregnant. And so it's like, they continue to do these things. And I'm definitely about just trying to find solutions, which, about at the end of the show, at the end of each show, I try to, come with the information, but then I want to try to bounce back solutions too. You know what I mean? So, and just to keep things rolling. So they also allowing the guy that killed George Floyd, they're allowing him to stay and live in another state right now.
really?
And they just dropped that.
For that, what is it? How they saying upstate?
Hold on, say it again.
They letting him stay in another state, what, for his protection? Or what
For
are
his
they getting tested?
protection, for his they saying safety concerns.
Ain't nothing gonna happen.
That's what it is. That's
You
what
know,
it is.
let's not fool ourselves. He not gonna jail.
They about to move. They about to just simply move him to some
Yeah,
witness protection
that
type shit.
they might not even bring the shit back up. They might just let him move on out and get his little pension. You remember what happened to the boy? What was his name? Darren Wilson, I think, the boy that shot Mike Brown.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
boy, they let him go, but that boy, he wound up getting like 2.6 million in donations for his legal fund. He got to keep all that money, man, and just go chill somewhere. You know
Damn,
what I
for
mean?
real.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Damn, I ain't
that's
know that.
yeah, he
I
got
ain't
like
know that.
2.6 million in his defense fund, man. He probably used the I don't think he used nowhere near it, and he got the the police fraternity took care of his lawyer fees and all that. So he got to keep all that money, man. He just fell off. You ain't heard nothing about him. He's probably somewhere chilling. What
Damn,
happens with these white folks that do the deed? You remember a few years ago, it's probably about 10 years ago now, there was a group of San Francisco cops that were texting and emailing each other, talking about when these niggers going to understand that we got the right to kill them, they steal property, and the emails and text messages got exposed. Do you remember that?
yeah, yep.
Listen, as horrible as that sounded, it's the truth. That's really how they feel about us, and that's what they're going to continue to do to us until we start taking a position. And a lot of the shit that comes down that way, they ain't got nothing to do with the Democrat, Republican, and all that. It's our inability to see what the fuck is really going on out here and how to figure
Facts.
out ways to protect ourselves. Because we can't, we keep trying to let we acting like a lot of us, man. I don't say this in a disrespectful way, but a lot of us is out here acting like overgrown children. We want other people to handle our problems for us, and we look to these motherfuckers to do it instead of saying, you know what, fuck all that. I don't give a fuck. Trump, Biden, Harris, Pence. I'm going to do this for me and mine and figure out a way to do it for me and mine. Of course, there's going to be the state and local shit is probably the most important vote. But of course, there's
Facts.
going to be federal shit that we going to want to pay attention to as far as taxes and all of that. But for the most part, man, we gotta really educate ourselves and try to fend for ourselves and figure out ways. We need another party because we keep giving these Democrats our votes blindly, and we don't get shit. Every 4 years, we hear the same race shit. Every 4 years.
And I thought that at this point, man, because see, it seems like they want to try to manipulate time, and they want to try to take away um moments of time that were critical. Because I remember leading up into Trump and Hillary Clinton that people were tired of being sick and tired. They were tired of voting and getting nothing back, and that was just simply because we still have the lack of knowledge politically.
Yeah.
We don't understand politics. We just understand what has been passed down to us to think we know politics. So, and I used to do it myself, man. I used to go in these ballot boxes. Oh shit. I used to go in these ballot boxes, man, and nigga, I wouldn't even look who it was. Just Democrat.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That's all we needed.
That's
That's
all it
all
was.
it is. That's
I
all it
ain't even
was.
know.
That's all
I
it
was,
is. And in fact, that's how it is today. That's all it is, man.
I
I,
was
I
looking.
was the same way because that's how I was raised. I thought
Yeah.
that was. I didn't know my grandfather was a stone was my and my great grandfather. They both was Republicans. I didn't know it because I was young. I wasn't paying attention to no politics. I didn't know they political positions, nor did I care. I really didn't start really getting into politics probably until the Clinton, like '96, and
Mm,
then after 9/11, I really engaged a lot more. So really, the last 20 years, like in my like mid 20s, I really started to engage and started to read more political science literature and really tried to understand it from a not even really from a Republican Democrat standpoint, but just an agenda of the world and what like the Rockefeller Foundation, the Carlyle Group, and that shadow government that really controls a lot of these. decisions and these politicians that they throw in our face.
Right.
One thing I'll say about this, and I know the show is about the pandemic, the pandemonium that it's causing. One thing that I will say, I think even with the numbers, and again, I don't want to belittle or act like this virus isn't something to be concerned about, because it is. I know some people have had some loved ones that, been fatal for. But I think if we really truly look at the numbers, a lot of times the deaths are stem from underlying conditions or vice versa, COVID. And I think it's real political how they're using the platform and using this fear tactic to get people to, again, stay at home. They're changing the voting restrictions. Now they want to choose these mail-in ballots. I don't know if you noticed, but if you go to the stores now, you can't use cash as much. I was at what was I at? I was at some store, man. Oh, Brand Smart. Going to Brand Smart, and I had a little thing costing about $38. So I pull out 220s. The chick looked at me like I had three heads. You got cash? I'm like, yeah, bitch, I got cash. What's wrong with that? Oh. I'm like, you beatboxing because I got 220s? For real, that's what we doing? It's cash. So you're noticing this change, man. And they're implementing a lot of things. Ron Emanuel said, never let a crisis go to waste. So that's what they're doing right now. They're
Yeah,
not letting this crisis go to waste.
yeah, and they've been creating crisis, man. They've been creating
Yeah.
crisis for a long time, man. And I'm glad you brought that up, man, because well, first let me play this for you right quick, man. And let me see if you haven't seen this already, man. Let me play this and tell me what you think about it. Hold on. I'm gonna wait till the clip get done because I'm gonna have to mute your mic right quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Hit the like button, share this shit, man. So Imabullyradio, you understand? Got my man Shane Smith on. We chopping up some good game, you understand, right here. You know what I mean? For those that seen this already, you know what I mean? You already know I'm getting ready to play. Have y'all took y'all booty to the poll? Or have y'all put y'all booty to the polls yet? Huh? Have y'all done that? And have y'all done that? But it may be hating so much, it may not even let me play it right now, man. That's how much hating I'm getting on this right here, man. But hit the like button, man. Share this ish right here, man. You know what I'm saying? We chopping this up right here. Let's see if it's gonna play for me. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's not giving me love on the. Hold on. Technology is trying to player hate right now. Like I said, hit the like button, man. Share this ish right here. I'm gonna play this just for those that may have not seen this yet. Have you seen this? They haven't really been promoting this, or they haven't really been playing it too much. You know what I'm saying? I just heard some personalities on the YouTube. You know what I mean? Let me see if it's gonna let me play. You know what? It ain't about to let me play it. I ain't even about to worry about it. But brother Shane Smith, have you seen that? Have you seen that? Take your booty to the pole.
I have, man. I actually posted it a couple weeks ago when I first caught light of it. And it really just goes to show what they think about it, man. You know what I mean? It was some of the most ignorant shit I ever seen in my life. And you know who they distracted.
It's bad.
It was some ignorant shit, man. It was bad, man. It was bad. And I thought it was a parody at first. You know what I mean? I really thought it was a joke. So I said, let me hit this take your booty to the pole.com and make sure this is not just some satire shit. Sure enough, it was not. They really talking about that, man. And listen, strippers got to vote too, man. I guess I don't know, man.
But see, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. So from what I gather, man, they target this. What they were trying to do is they were trying to target the black man to go get up and vote. And so what they did was they threw this out there to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, that
Gonna be
black
some
men
bitches
just
at the polling booth.
yeah, we like, man, you know
Get
what I'm
down
saying?
there, man. It's gonna fly
Like they go,
CA.
yeah. Like niggas, they go, like niggas, hold on, they twerking at the motherfucking pole now, nigga. Hold on, they get a vote and
Yeah.
a lap dance, nigga. Who
Listen,
gonna beat that? Nigga?
listen, and again, I don't want to, because they all fingers on the same hand. But if you looked at when Joe Biden finally came out of his basement and started talking, the first little interview he did was with Cardi B. No disrespect to Cardi B, but what
Exactly,
the fuck do you know about politics, John?
exactly. And that was the setup. That was the
That was the
setup.
setup, and that
That was
that
the
goes
setup.
right along with that.
That was the exact setup. So then when they put this type of shit out there, it'll slide. And they and that's what I'm saying. Everything they do with us, it's a trial basis, man. Like if anybody out here watching, man, I want you. And I've seen this movie, but it's been a while. But I'm gonna try to look at it again. But it's a movie that came out. It had Ice-T in it, man. It came out in the '90s. I want to say it's called the Playing the Game or something like that, where he's basically a homeless guy who gets taken in by a banker,
Survival of the game.
survival of the game.
Yeah.
Black people don't understand. We are the game.
Mm-hmm.
We are the game. We are the game. So let me move on. Let me show you this. If you so and this is all within the past few days, man. So this Ohio County says that nearly 50,000 voters received wrong ballots. Now, this is the problem that's getting ready to come into play, and I don't really know who to really put out there for it. Of course, people are gonna be like, "Well, Trump is messing this up," but I mean,
I can tell you exactly what I
go ahead.
Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer had started this campaign well before the COVID. They knew that they was going, because they was trying to get illegals to vote. See, a lot of people associate these mail-in ballots with absentee ballots. They're not the same. When you set up for an absentee ballot, you got to register and let them know that you're going to be out, so you need that specific ballot. That specific ballot comes to you. These mail-in ballots, they just mailing out ballots with no ID, nothing. People, my man, matter of fact, this white boy I know, he living a little further south in Georgia. His mother had passed about a year and a half ago, and she got a ballot. She just got a ballot, like I guess about a month ago. His
And
so
and that's the
she been
thing. 'Cause
dead.
for how long? How long has
She been
she?
dead like a year and a half.
See, and that's another, because they have been mailing stimulus checks to dead people too.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, they've been. Yeah, it was a couple stories that motherfuckers that been dead for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. They sent stimulus checks to them. Yeah,
Yes,
yes, yes.
that's crazy.
It
It's
is, man.
crazy.
It is. And so let me show this right quick before, you know what I'm saying, before.
Good.
And so because there's a couple. So I found this is USA Today. More than 1 million people could lose their vote on November 3rd. That's the best case scenario. Here's another one. Let me get this one. A post carrier charged for dumping mail ballots in dumpsters. Now, what I'm interested in is knowing if these people are taking bribes, they taking money, like something ain't, because for all I know, they could have been doing this type of shit. They could have been doing this, where they been dumping votes. And I've been saying to people for years, if anybody has a lock and a key to your votes, you don't know what the fuck they doing.
Yeah. There was a saying that says, I care who not vote. Only people I care about is who count. I forgot who said it, but they said, I don't care who votes. Only care about the people that count.
Yeah,
And if I can't control the people that vote, but if I can control the people that count them, then I can control the elect.
yeah,
And I forgot who said it. I just heard it recently, man. I forgot who said it. But there's been, even with there's been software glitches, issues with the hanging chads. There's been all types of shit, missing truckloads of ballots found and not been counted like weeks after. I think that happened in Florida. One happened, I think, in the state you just talked about, in Ohio. So yeah, we can never trust that these elections and how they go about. They gonna put in there. That's why I was surprised Trump won the first time. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe he did some shit to get in. I don't know, but it was surprising. Um,
See, I wasn't. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't too surprised, man,
no,
because I wasn't too surprised because I knew I kind of saw where this was headed to, and
yeah,
for this white supremacy to be able to go to the next level of carrying out any type of agenda, they had to go get somebody who would get the American people
did that
to
face
to be able to come out and be like, you know what, fuck these niggers,
out.
and we'll say it to your face, like, well, he gave them empowerment. See, Hillary wasn't about to be an empowering figure because they have done so much dirt with the Clintons that black people do not necessarily
Trust
trust them.
me. Right,
And so with Trump was the wild card. He was somebody who they were like, yo, I know they gonna shake we gonna shake shit up for this.
yeah,
And the Electoral College is what people keep failing to realize, is that most of these places that have the Electoral College votes are places where it's nothing but prisons, because they started off with slaves, keeping the number of slaves to count in the area where they stayed, and
right.
that's how the Electoral College even came into existence. And so these places, look at Texas, California, Michigan, these places have high number amount of votes because there's number of prisons in that bitch.
Prison population, and they
You
don't
know
even
what
get a
I'm
say in it.
saying?
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
You
they don't
count
even
them as a
get, they don't
population, but
get,
they don't get no say in the
yeah,
vote to actually get the electoral college to sway one
yeah,
way or the other. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's upsetting, man. I wish people would be more involved, like how you speak on, man, and really knew those facts of the matter, man. We think it's just we think we live in a democracy, and we don't. We live in a republic, and people need to understand that we don't live in a democracy. We live in a republic.
Exactly. And you know what? Some of these things you saying, we're gonna be hitting these things. Hold on, let me see. I got somebody. Let me see if it shows me who. Drop a, oh, man. Oh shit, no man, wait a minute, that's me. Ah, never mind. Hey, so so now what's amazing to me is like the reason why I titled this the Pandemonium is because, you know, I believe that they're using all these they're using these things to try to get their agenda through, and what they've done is that they've allowed, and this is where the people that get at me because of Trump, this is what I'm saying, Trump has allowed these white supremacist groups run wild out here on society. And if you have not seen this, anybody has not seen this, so now there was a plot to try to, they said, kidnap the governor of Michigan, but these white supremacist groups are trying to say that they was just trying to arrest her also.
Yeah. I'm not buying that, bro. I'm not buying that bullshit, bro. I'm not. I think that's a fucking psyop to the fullest. I'm not buying that they try to. In fact, when they first started talking about that, they said it was some white ring Trump supporting group, and it's not. I think they do anything to put themselves, play the victim card, put themselves in the media, give herself a little shine, and then because when she did her little speech after they so-called arrested these cats, she went right to it's because of Trump and this. First of all, there's been white supremacist groups out here well before Trump, and if Trump is giving them a pass, it's because that's how they feel right now. I really ain't into putting all this shit that's happening to us on that end. Really, I really because when it comes to his ideologies, the biggest issue I had, the biggest issue I had and it's been for quite some time. And I don't want to get too off your topic of the show,
I don't
but
know, you good. No, you good, you good.
is abortion, right? That's one of the biggest issues I've had, and how the Democratic Party has allowed Planned Parenthood to set up their facilities in our communities and destroy our black children. 53% of our black babies are being aborted, and in a lot of cities, there's more black babies being aborted than born. So that's really been my number one issue to try to put out there to black folks. And it's been the Democratic Party that's been giving Planned Parenthood 500 million. One thing that I heard Trump say, and he hasn't done it yet. So I hope if he do get it, I hope that's what he does. He say he tried to work on it. I don't know. I haven't seen anything, but to defund Planned Parenthood. That was one thing I was excited about when he started bringing up, talking rhetoric. Because that's all we can go off is Biden and Trump's rhetoric. And then we see what they do when they get in. Because it's all rhetoric until they get into the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that was one thing that I agreed with. And that's what kind of started making me pay attention to Trump. But until we start really tackling those issues, we gonna be in trouble, man. That plot and these folks coming out here saying this, that, and the third about these white supremacist groups, and I just think I just can't chalk it all up to him because that shit been around. You know what I mean? That shit ain't nothing new, man. It ain't nothing new.
It has. Let me and I don't mean to cut your thoughts, but let me because we after these next this clip right here, I definitely want to get more into the the political side of like democracy, Republicans, just the whole thing. But let me because this clip right here and what you saying makes sense because it's like I believe that everything is being slid through Trump to these groups and stuff like that. See, Trump and I'm gonna say this: I haven't been around a billionaire, but I've been around some rich white folks. I've been like I used to work the little bathroom attendant in one of these little strip clubs down here in San Antonio. That was supposed, that's like a top-notch gentleman's club. And so I see, regulars that would come in, and they would try to, talk to me, whatever. And when you hear how some of these white people talk, man, that have money, I believe that they know and understand what the root of racism is, and they know what that is. But at the same time, though, they not really stopping any kind of relationship because they are understanding that they can put that shit to the side for some money. And Trump is one who I feel definitely don't like black people at all. But if he can make $1, if he can make $400,000-$500,000 off your black ass, he gonna do it. He gonna do it in a heartbeat.
He a businessman.
And so I exactly, and I think that what he does is he allows some of these things to happen, and he doesn't really condemn them. But I don't really know if he's really kind of sending out
I could say it, but I don't because he got a base, he got a political base. We got to remember we only 13% of this population, and a lot of these cats, America and the population with these white folks, it is what it is, and that's his base. So he's not going to go against anything like that. He's not going, I wouldn't say denounce. I mean, he said he denounces Nazism and white supremacy, but he ain't going to give no stern warnings because that's his base. But it ain't him, it's the country.
Yeah.
It's the country that's like that. You know what I mean?
And that's why when people on my page, on my social media page, when they start talking, and they automatically, like I saw something where they were saying, like I pay more attention to the Democratic and Biden and Kamala compared to putting out information about Trump. And see, the reason why I don't have to go in on Trump is because he shows you that you should not be listening to a crazy motherfucking billionaire, wild, free white man. Like you shouldn't be listening. Who he's talking to are motherfuckers that you would rarely come around unless you're down there serving them some tea.
Let me ask you a question, Jay.
Yeah.
Would you rather be around a white person that called you a nigger behind your back, or not around a white motherfucker that said, "Look, I don't want you around me"? Which one would you respect?
Like I've been saying from the jump. I am actually, when Trump got in, I said, you know what? I'm glad this motherfucker in there. You know why? Because Trump tells you to your face that you are a
Which one
nigga.
you gonna respect more?
I'm gonna respect that white man saying you a nigga
Nigga, get
because
out my face.
yeah, because what he does is he forces you to do something about it.
Right. There you go.
And that's the problem
There
that
you
we've
go.
been having out here. And that's the problem that we've been having. And I've been up here on the social media shit with like people come with all these things, but what's the solutions, man? Niggas don't even know. Niggas don't even know what the solution is. But hold on, let me see if I can get this to play right quick because what I want to do is so there was a sheriff that came out. Now, mind you, I want to say that this is in Michigan. If you go to, I believe it's called the Southern Poverty.
Law Center.
What's it called? Southern Poverty.
Southern Poverty Law Center.
Yeah, you go to the poverty. Yeah, go to that site, and you will see these groups that they claim to be either domestic terrorists or hate groups and things of that nature. Now you'll see that the biggest, and like I said, hit the like button, share this shit, man. But you see that most of the militia groups, quote unquote, or these groups that are hate groups, are predominantly in the Midwest, and this particular group right here is this particular group right here that I see them that they showed on here. It's they have a lot of groups, man. They have like maybe 40 groups all in Michigan. And from my understanding, these groups in Michigan, the one that took over the city council building, that was one that was like the top militia group in the whole country. So these are places and areas where, in just like you look at Texas, all these like the Electoral College, all these places is where all these groups are. And so what I want to do is like play this clip if I can, because what I end up finding out was that there was a sheriff. There's a sheriff in Michigan that basically put it out there that he was on code that hey these people until we get the facts we don't know who really did what. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see if I can get my shit. See if I can get my shit to play. If I'm not able to get it to play, then we will continue on. But technology is not showing brother some love today. But until I can get that going, yeah, you know what I mean? Like these are the and if I can't get this going, I'll keep going. But the sheriff basically said that we need all the facts. We don't know if they were actually trying to kidnap them. Like he was like trying to justify the shit.
Really?
And yeah, and I've put out there a few times, what, I ain't even gonna worry about this clip. You know what? Fuck these clips. I'm not doing no clips. No more clips. I got slides, man. The clips ain't clips.
Listen, they don't want that. They don't want you schooling them. You know how they don't want you out here giving folks knowledge and having paid attention to their little psyops, you know?
Any other time I can accidentally hit play and the shit will play. But right now the shit ain't so but hold on. So okay, so yeah. So all right, so I'm not even gonna we gonna keep it pushing, man. Let me see if I can get this one to play. So this, and I'm gonna just go right in the vice presidential debate. It was trash, man. It was trash. I didn't.
Both of them, presidential.
Both of them. The presidential one was like a disgrace, nigga. That was just,
yeah, it was.
Nigga. That was the most disgraceful shit. Because you could, but see, people were surprised. I wasn't surprised because Trump is not a politician. See, I really thought it was gonna be. I thought he was gonna try to roast Joe Biden. Like he was gonna try to roast that nigga. Like it was because he's been roasted before, and I thought he was gonna try to take a comedic approach, but he didn't, man.
I was kind of looking forward to. I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was too. I was like, man, he's about to eat his old ass up. Biden ain't about to be able to take none of that shit. Instead, he just got on there just on some bullshit.
I
hit the like button, share this shit. Hit the like button, share this shit. Go ahead.
I think the boy, what's his name, Chris Wallace. I think he had a lot to do with that too, man. The way he was posing some of those questions, it was like, so you did this, and this. What are you gonna like? It was just, it was just weird. It was weird. It felt like he was debating Chris Wallace more so than debating Joe Biden. So
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
man, we know we need to do, man, and if we don't start, you mentioned something that I wanted to touch on, man, and that's like what the overall plan is, what the agenda is for this COVID and all the things that they've been implementing to defund the police and all these different things that they've been implementing for quite some time. Now, about a month or so ago, I was reading some papers that the Rockefeller Foundation had put out from like the 60s. And what they said is they wanted to implement a UN police force and defund the city and state police department. Now, I posted the graph, and then 2010 and in 2016 they started a campaign called Stronger City. So now a lot of these cities right now, I believe Portland is one of them, New York and LA I think is another one, or some other ones, are really controlled by the UN. The UN is making the decisions of those municipalities, and that's always been the goal. And the pandemic is going to help with that. So this is what's going to happen. Mark my words. You're going to hear it on your show first, man. Mark my word. If Trump wins, you're going to have Washington State, Oregon, possibly California, possibly New York will secede from the Union. And they already talking about it. They're going to secede from the Union, and the UN is going to control those states. That's how they're going to start implementing this UN one world government agenda.
yeah. And I've seen an article that was saying within the next 4 or 5 years they were really trying to make this a one. And actually, I seen before. I say probably about 10 years ago they had been coming down the pipeline trying to make this one unit, and that's why they they got rid of what was it, Gaddafi. They got rid of Gaddafi. They got rid of him because he was talking about unifying some areas in Africa of one currency. And
What I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but what Gaddafi was trying to do was he was going to destroy the IMF and the World Bank, because he was going to get all the people, even though, and Gaddafi was a real cat, because he said, I know my people are invaders. I know we not the original people of Africa. He said, but we all African. And what I want to do is take our natural resources and start an African continental bank. And they knew that the IMF and the World Bank knew, and Obama. See, a lot of people don't know. You know Cynthia McKinney? We now we talk. You know
yeah,
Cynthia McKinney?
that name sounds familiar.
She was a congresswoman out here in Georgia. They wound up blackballing her because she exposed Halliburton and Donald Rumsfeld for some child pedophilia going on with the UN and Halliburton, right? So they blackballed her out of Congress. She then became like an investigative journalist. She was over in Libya when Obama had their troops over there. It was UN troops that were going after Gaddafi and some other militia groups, and they were beheading the natural born citizens of Libya. All the black faces over there, they were beheading these guys. And that were because they loved Gaddafi over there. He was giving them free health care. If a woman got pregnant, she got off for a year with no health care and daycare and all that. She was able to stay at home with her child for at least a year. They loved Muammar Gaddafi over there. Loved it. And Obama destroyed that and then took the 2% of Libya's oil.
Yeah, and that's and that's and I'm glad you brought that up, man, because I'm not gonna be able to get this clip to play. And I was actually getting ready to play a clip from Fox News, which I don't look, man. On here, on my shit, I don't discriminate. If you put anything out there that sounds like it's an ounce of truth, nigga, I'm gonna play that shit. And so it was gonna be a clip from Fox News, Sean Hannity, and so which in this I didn't really, I don't be paying attention to some of this nonsense with this political shit, but what I was gonna play on this clip was that so it's this whole thing about what's it called, fracking. What's this shit called? So they had and so they were going in this clip, they were showing how Biden and Kamala Harris was saying, under a Joe Biden presidency, it was going to be no fracking and no fracking and no fracking. But then on this vice presidential shit, she said that Biden is good and going to be doing fracking. So, and then when I looked that up, see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people that watched that debate, they had no idea what the fuck was going on. See, the only thing they was paying attention to is this shit right here. This is the shit they was paying attention to. This shit. The fly and the goddamn, hold on, let me get my shit right.
Yeah, man, it was terrible.
Let me get my shit right. Where's my shit at? I ain't gonna be able. Wait a minute, hold on. I got it now. The goddamn faces, the sister girl faces.
Which face did you like the best? Number 8 is definitely me. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Man, you had Negroes on here. You had Negroes on here talking about if she would have gave the neck roll, it really would have been on. Like, nigga, what the fuck is you talking?
Listen, they got these niggas right where they want them. You hear me? They got them right where they want them. Creating memes, overgrown children doing young bullshit like that shit, and young girl shit. Not listening to what the fuck is really happening. Like I said, man, like I said earlier in your show, man, we out here like overgrown children, man.
Yeah, and that's facts, and that's why, and I'm glad you're saying this, because this is gonna lead me to what I want to kind of just wrap some of this up with. But that the one thing I got on the screen right now, it says, if you can't read it, it says, now this is a meme that I found. It said, remember that one time Trump framed a black man for murder and he was sentenced to 50 years in jail only to be freed and awarded 13 mil for the wrongful conviction? Oh wait, that was Kamala Harris. Now see, some people I put that out there, and and one in particular, I'm not gonna say who it is because they actually pretty decent sometimes, but they were trying to say that she didn't have anything to do with that. But when you see his story, when you see the person who he's talking about story, because he was he's an actor.
Yeah, she had a lot to do with it. She came to every one of that nigga's trials and motions and everything.
Yeah, and
he's sure that boy went. I know. I'm
familiar
with the story. Yeah, man. She had a lot to do with it. Ain't nothing she didn't have a lot to do with. She had everything to do with it.
Yeah, and so the other part, it says, remember that one time Trump blocked DNA evidence that would exonerate an innocent man on death row? Oh wait, that was Kamala Harris. Hey man, it's like, and then what the last one says, remember that one time Trump locked up 1,500 people, mostly minorities, aka black, for weed offenses, and then laughed about smoking weed himself? Oh wait, that was Kamala Harris. See, like what I need to get people to understand is that, look, I have no, and let me matter of fact, this is the last picture I want to put up, because I have no problems with if this was like a foundational black woman, but I mean, when you get memes of this right here, where people are actually comparing this woman, even though these are 3 fictitious people, in real life, these are strong black women in real life. I'm talking about real life. This is Felicia Rashad. I mean, this is my fucking Esther. What's her name? Esther. Yeah. And then old girl from Fresh Prince. Man, these are, you know what I'm saying? These are for real black women. This right here.
Yeah, she don't add them.
She has not even. And I keep saying to people, she did not say that she was black until she got on the Breakfast Club. Hit the like button, share this shit. Before all of that, she was claiming to be Indian. That's where she got into California from. Anybody, and this is leading me to this old nigga, because what I did find to be
Oh yeah,
funny was
share this story with me, man. What happened with this cat?
before I do that, let me show this one last one. So
Go
what
ahead.
I found to be funny but disrespectful was that it said Trump left out an open seat for Tupac at her debate, man. That's hey man, tell me that's not some of the pettiest shit. Cause she comes out talking about Tupac was her favorite rapper, but she was talking like the nigga was still alive though.
Yeah.
And then when she got on the Breakfast Club, she was talking about how Snoop and Tupac, she was listening to them when she was in college. Man, them niggas ain't even made music when
Yeah,
she was
man,
good.
she was in college in '86, right?
Yeah. Them niggas ain't come out with something till like 91, like Tupac is now is like 91. Nigga. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
I think I go ahead. I
No, I was gonna
think
say go ahead because I go ahead, go ahead.
I think people, man. I think like as far as the candidates are concerned, that's one thing. They've always used identity politics because they know we emotional and we just happy to see somebody there. Like when Obama got in, as symbolic as that was, I was glad my mother, myself, my children, my grandfather got to see a black president. It's symbolic. Nothing material manifested from none of that shit, though. You know what I mean? I remember when they first started talking about if he wins before he won in 2008, do you think we live in a post-racial America and all this talk? Come on, man. So now one black man's accomplishment is going to end racism. Come on. So we need to get off the individual. And what concerns me, especially now, this is the scary shit, is the ideologies of this party right now. And again, I'm not no Republican. I'm not no strong. I'm marching with my Trump flags and all of that. I'm not him. But when you listen to the ideologies of the Democratic Party, I can't rock with that, man. And if you know the history of the Democratic Party, like I learned some years ago, they the ones that founded the KKK. They're the ones,
Facts.
fact. They're the ones that didn't want us to vote. They was the ones at the polling booth back in the 50s and 60s before we got the right to vote, making sure we wasn't down there voting with baseball bats and dogs and shit. They was them. George Wallace and them was Democrat. Lyndon B. Johnson was a Democrat, and he said, we're going to get these niggas to vote Democrat for the next 200 years and push their own demise and genocide, and they're going to love us for it.
And
And that's
I'll take
exactly
it
what they do.
and I'll take it a step further. Don't mean to cut you off. Take it a step further. When people get to talking about Trump in the Central Park Five and what he did with putting out ads about in the whole housing discriminatory thing, nigga, he was claiming to be supporter of the Democratic Party. This dude switched sides so many times leading up to where he's at right now. So man, people, when people start using that, miss me with that shit. Cause he was with the Democrats then.
Yeah,
Hit the
damn
like
sure
button,
was.
share this shit. He was with the
Damn,
Democrats
he
then.
was with the Democrats then. Damn, he was he was buddy with Epstein and Clintons and all them. He was at Clinton's wedding and all that shit, or they was at his, whatever case may be. Yeah, Trump he was going to play politics the best way he could because he was a business. You know what I mean? I'm sure he lined a couple Republican pockets too. But as of late, especially, man, because I remember the Democratic Party, even with if you look in the like the early '70s, it was the Democratic Party that had pushed the welfare. Now, of course, first of all, we not the majority of people on welfare. Even affirmative action. Affirmative action benefits white women more than any other group. If you think
Facts.
welfare, when you talk to white folks, they think we the only ones on it, when the majority of them is on it. But my point is, when they pushed those programs in, like in Detroit is where they started it, they made sure it broke up the black family. Because they made sure they say, women, you can let us be the father. We'll take care of you as long as you ain't got no man in home. And that's been what's going on the last 4 or 5 decades now to keep our families dysfunctional or broken. And even if you look at I don't know what your thoughts are on this. Again, I don't want to get too far off. But
No, you good.
what's your take on Black Lives Matter and their position and what's going on with them?
Oh, that's a great question, my brother. Hit the like button, share this shit right here. So I'm for the title. I think that the title Black Lives Matter. I mean, it's something that it's a phrase. You know what I mean? I think that
Hashtag.
it's a hashtag. I mean, because like when you think about it, it's like Black Lives Matter to who? It's like. And so they put it out there. Now, as far as it trying to be an organization and all these other things, nah, I'm not with it because, of course, we're going to say allegedly is funded by George Soros, allegedly, allegedly. And you look at the people who they have as the founders, I'm not really with Marxism. I'm not really with some of these things that they're saying that they're affiliated with, but they want the black people to buy into what they're selling. And so what they did is, and this is something I feel that they started a long time ago, but they start spoon feeding it, and they really start putting it into place the last part of the Obama presidency, which was the black identity extremists.
Mm-hmm.
So they put that out there towards the end of his presidency, and then when Trump came in, he basically, took that over, and they are looking for a group to be called something affiliated with black, so they can start sweeping us off the streets, like the Not Fucking Around Coalition, the NFAC. The NFAC, am I with the concept? Hell yeah, I'm with the concept of a black militia because we need protection. We need to be protecting our homes, our women and children. But am I with Grandmaster J motherfucker? Like I ain't with, and then you start seeing like the more, the Moors, shout out to the Moors. The Moors go to Moore's TV, man. They are going in on this dude because of they saying he's an op. And so I think a lot of these things are detrimental to us because a lot of these things don't feel right. They don't feel right. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
organic, right? You know what I
It's,
mean?
it's not just like how
They're not organic.
like how they try to throw these movies out to us.
Right.
Harriet, we didn't feel that shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna
Even
tell you something, man. I when J. Edgar Hoover was director of the FBI and CIA, whatever that FBI, and he was dealing with SNCC, the Black Panthers, the NIRA, the NOIs. He was dealing with a lot of organic black movement. And what he decided to do, I got a book on it. I forgot the name of it, but I'm gonna send it to you once we finish the show. Somewhere, right? But he said, I will never let this happen again. If we're going to if they're going to be any type of black organization, we're going to head them. We're going to give them a black face, but we're going to be controlled. And I think that's what Black Lives Matter is. I'm not real familiar with. I've heard Master J. Boy. I've heard him talk, and it's a great concept. I think we need to do that, but we don't need no leader, man. We need to get with like-minded individuals and come to a common goal. Start a bartering program, food. Because I saw the post. I asked you that question because I don't want to get too far. I asked you that about Black Lives Matter because I saw somebody tagged me on a post because of a comment I made about Black Lives Matter, and they said that Black Lives Matter is the new Black Panther Party. And I said, nigga, where? What is you talking about? The new black? Where's the after school program? Where's the lunch program? The new Black Panther Party. What are they doing for black people out here, man? Besides screaming in the street, they ain't doing shit for
and
black
getting
folk.
getting set up in the street.
And
So
getting set
I,
up
I
in the street.
and I'll say this, shout out to the now I will say that shout out to the Black Panther Party. Shout out to the new Black Panther Party because I will say that the best thing that did come out of Black Lives Matter and the NFAC is that these other groups that have already been around is birthing others to join. And there's a shout out to the Black Panther Party in my home city, Indianapolis, because you see that because of the NFAC, more people are wanting to mobilize, and I think that is great. But the problem is when they have these, like, you can't have a militia demonstration and you shooting yourself from discharge, or you're passing out. You're giving reasons for these other groups to not take us serious.
Yeah. Now the new Black Panther Party, that's who headed that? Malik Shabazz? Is he
Now,
part of the
see,
new Black Panther?
I'm not sure if he still has any type of feeling, because I remember
Mm.
him from like Khalid Muhammad. Are we talking about the same Alicia Bass,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
the lawyer?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about him. Like the ones that I've been seeing, I actually seen the who are supposed to be main pieces in the Black Panther Party out of Georgia, Atlanta.
Hmm.
Um, I've seen and I would say that right now they don't really have a leader. They have individual branches that they have leadership within that, but they don't have a significant
Okay.
uh, title for, which is, I think, is good, because
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that each city should have branches of, different militias, different things for the protection of the people. That's the whole
Yeah,
point. You know what I mean? So now let me get into the shits. Let me get into the
yeah.
shits right
Just
quick.
please, man, please lay it
Now
out.
we may not be able to see this right here because of the comments, so I'm gonna read it off my phone though. So you can see this part. It says this old nigga Charles Washington got on my messages, start bug dancing, realized he contradicted himself, then he blocked me. Now let me just see if it'll show the post that I was on. Let me find that right quick. But while I find that, let me just ask you, man, because it kind of leads into what I've always kind of been feeling out here. Matter of fact, people hit the like button, share this shit. Are black people, in your opinion, scared? Because anytime you start bringing up Trump, anytime you start bringing up something that people may not necessarily know, they just start getting scary, man. They like, like it's like they start buck dancing. Oh, nigga, you better go. It's like, man, are we just scared? It's like we scared. Like, even, and I'll even take it a step further. So when all these things start popping off, the uprisings, and people were getting it in the streets, you had, in the daytime, you had people just, no justice, no peace, no more racist police. But when the
Hmm.
night fell and you had the Boogaloo boys, you had the Proud Boys, you had these white boys, and go back, anybody watching this, you can go back and see the episodes where I have put up pictures of who I feel were the Boogaloo boys in my home city of Indianapolis,
Hmm.
and they were roaming the streets, and none of these gangsta ass niggas was around for that.
Right,
None of us was around for that. So it's like,
right.
man, are we scared? Are we
Well, these niggas really don't want that real smoke, man. You know that? Yeah, they scared. They really don't want that real smoke, these motherfuckers, because a lot of some of these white militia groups ain't out here playing, man, and will lay you down. And from the history of just what we deal with, they ain't gonna get no trouble for it. Niggas out here, you
exactly,
find out. You know what I mean? Let a nigga walk around here with AR-15. He might get laid the fuck down before he even make it to the demonstration. So, you know what I'm
exactly,
saying? So they can do that, and they can walk proudly with that.
exactly.
They do that. So yeah, the niggas are scared, but that's why you got to move strategically, man. I was just telling my man, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking to niggas on this shit. I'm not even gonna be doing no more social media. I'm gonna pull up in 3D, have some conversations with like-minded cats, and put a plan together. That's what I've been doing, man. I ain't even putting it all on here no more. Cause what's the sense? If you put it on here, they ain't gonna do nothing but shut it down. So the streets is
Yeah,
watching.
and that's what they definitely doing. And
Yeah.
it's like a lot of us have just not caught up to what they trying to do, man. It's like, yo, somebody put up on a post about why aren't we doing what's needed out here, and I had to respond because anytime you scroll down your timeline, all you're gonna see us doing is partying and bullshitting.
Right.
I really don't see any. I mean, I see brothers like you. I see a few other people who y'all reach out, y'all say something. Like, I'm not saying everybody should be every day posting some real shit, or but it's like, if you ain't posting nothing though, if you ain't doing nothing but showing yourself as some vacation shit,
Especially
I
in these
can't
times, man. We need answers, man. People out here looking for solutions, man. And again, we grown. You know what I mean? So we need to be having these conversations. And when you start talking about solutions, it's just what you're doing right here. Having these conversations, having this platform, getting this information out, having conversations. I like when I put some stuff up, man, I'm not trying to direct nobody in a certain direction. I'm open for the debate. But what I find is a lot of these cats is so fucking female, they so emotional that they can't even just have a conversation. If you disagree with me, cool. But have a conversation. Don't start calling me out my name because I'll see you in 3D. I don't have no problem with that. Just have a conversation. If you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. But these niggas get emotional, don't know
one thing
how
I
to
learned, brother.
articulate themselves.
One thing I learned, brother. I don't mean to cut you off. One thing I learned, my brother, is that when people start using names and do the name calling, that simply means you ain't got shit to say.
Can't articulate.
You ain't got shit to say.
I'm telling several.
And
folks,
I have no
problem.
I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with someone disagreeing with anything I say. My thing is, when you disagree with me, just bring some facts to back up what you're saying.
Right.
Bring up some credible sources that go along with what your opinion is. If you just coming with emotional opinions, and in 2020, I can't nigga, I can't take that serious, nigga.
Listen, I tell cats all the time, man, listen, and don't come to me talking about you researched it and because you looked at the first little 10 options on Google. That ain't no research, guys. You know what I'm saying? If you read some books, do the real research, do the real investigating if you really want to find out what some of the things that I be talking about. Like, I mean, I was telling you about the UN and the agenda and the Rockefeller papers and the lockstep program, how they talked about this pandemic in 2010, how it was going to be implemented, what they were going to do with it, how they was going to use the crisis. This, did you see Event 201? Event 201, 5 months prior to this pandemic, they went over it. And then Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci get on CNN and say we didn't know what to do, we weren't prepared for this. How you ain't know what to do and you weren't prepared for it when just 5 months ago you just did a whole scenario to play this whole thing out, and then all of a sudden nature just fell into place and the whole thing that y'all planned out 5 months ago just happened to happen? Come on, man. Listen, one thing I'm not is a fool. I know when I'm being lied to. So I tell folks all the time, I can look at some of these politicians and I know when you're lying. Trump is an asshole. He says a lot of dumb shit. But I don't think he'd be lying about a lot of shit, man. I don't.
And I feel the same way. I feel that, you know what I mean? Like he is now. I will say that he is. See, one thing I think people fail to understand is that Donald Trump is a free thinking white man. If you've ever been around a free thinking white man, they will tell you a whole bunch of shit. Some shit that makes sense, some shit that don't make sense, some shit that's honest, some shit that's lies, because they are sticking to a code. They don't want you no closer than you have to be. They don't want you to know anything about them that makes you any closer to being equal to them. So they'll put you through the whole ringer. They'll give you a whole bunch of bullshit. He'll tell you to drink some goddamn bleach to get rid of the fucking COVID. And you got dumb motherfuckers out here that will buy into the shit.
Yeah. I tell as a trained nutritionist and a chef, man, I tell people, any virus will kill you. You know what I mean? A common cold will get you if you don't take care of your immune system. So the best thing you can do is outside of wearing this mask, because the mask is just to see how many motherfuckers. This mask ain't really gonna save you. But if you implement zinc, iodine, vitamin C, vitamin D, you'll be fine. It's just having a strong immune system, turmeric, uh, those things will help. You know what I mean? And just garlic, natural things, man, to keep. And I smoke on occasion. So and my mother's, I got pre-existing condition. I'm around my mother almost every day. I ain't brought nothing home to when we good 7 months into this. So it's just keeping your body right and you know taking care of yourself. But these
Exactly.
cats will, go about pushing that fear, like we talked about earlier. They want us scared of something, and they always use these, uh, you know, play off these cats' emotions. And what has Biden or Harris has said that they were going to implement to help us or the country for that matter? Because I live here. We can keep making it about race and what's going to be best for us, but I got children that live here. I want a strong country first and foremost. Race, we always going to deal with racial issues. That shit is never going to die. It's not. So what are y'all going to put in place that can help all these? If we going to be racist, I damn sure don't want to be the bottom fed and no poor ass country. I tell you that if we gonna get treated like shit, at least we gonna get treated like shit in one of the richest countries in the world. You know what I mean? I don't want to get treated like shit in a poor one, because they over there
Yeah,
tearing them niggas in
and you know,
Africa up.
you know what? And I'm glad you said that, bro. And I meant to show this earlier. So you got Negroes now. I don't really know if this is maybe a part of this fake news they want to try to promote, but this right here, you got Negroes talking about more African Americans look to quit turbulent U.S. Says fed up, these Black Americans say it's time to get out the U.S. Now, what's kind of colluded in this, man, is that I don't really know if they're really, because it says like this year was a final turning point for me. There's something about this country that feels like a weight on me, and it just says a 45-year-old Black professional. Now, some of the problem is that there are people over here from other places, Caribbean places, and so they come over here with a narrative. I don't really know too many Black people that are wanting to kind of just now. Would I love to leave up out of here? Yeah, but I'm gonna need dual citizenship.
Absolutely.
Because this is my motherfucking country.
That's
I
right.
am a direct descendant of a slave, nigga. My people, your people built this shit. I
That's
ain't
right.
going nowhere, nigga.
That's
Fuck
right.
that. I ain't going
Fuck all
nowhere,
that.
nigga. It's not my fault that the resources in the dream world that is the matrix is centered in this son of a bitch country, because we have access from everything from pussy to power to money to
Yeah,
it.
man.
Nigga, you can go to the goddamn gas station, nigga, and get a 3-piece and 20 on pump six, nigga.
Big. That's what I be saying, man. Like, and I respect cats like Dr. Umar Johnson. He a Pan Africanist, and he thinks a lot of us should go to Africa, and I think a lot of us should go too, and try to establish some roots or buy some property if you in the position. But I would never say I'm gonna just pack up and move over there and live over there, man. I'm not, I'm not. I would love to leave. I think about going different places, being by the shore or something, start me a little deli and just retire, renting out surfboards, little paddle boats to motherfuckers, making sandwiches and fish all day. I would love to do some shit like that outside of this. The biggest reason I want to leave this motherfucker is because I think we heading for a communist rule under this UN shit. But that's gonna be
Yeah,
global. that shit gonna be global. So I tell folks,
Yes.
man, they over there destroying, a lot of these third. We think this COVID and this pandemic has got us messed up. Man, they said about 130 million people in third world countries starved to death based off of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Starving.
it's real.
It's
It's real.
destroying some of these third world countries. So it's
It
not to
is.
say it's just a little inconvenience for us, but that's how it feels. Like, oh, we gotta wear masks. Oh, we gotta stay home. Oh, kids can't go to school. Some people can't work. Not no slight inconvenience, but there's millions of motherfuckers straight dying from starvation because they just can't get no food or no work or no nothing because we shut
Exactly.
down because we ain't doing it much. It's
Exactly.
crazy, man. It's crazy, man.
And so man, I've been trying to this whole time, man. I've been trying to get to this. Now I can't even get on my Facebook page. So
Get out of here.
not from my, you know what I'm saying, I can get it to on my phone, but I can't get to it on my screen to try to share it. So what I'm gonna do is anybody that's that's been on my Facebook page, I put up a post that had Kamala Harris, and it said that Kamala Harris broke the state record for incarcerating black males. And now what I put on my post was saying I got Negroes playing dumb out here when I say Jim Crow Joe and Scamala have locked up more black people than any Jim Crow era, and somehow that's less dangerous than 4 years of words.
Right.
So this is my problem, man. When people are wanting to forget what, like, man, I had somebody, man, I read a post where a dude was talking Biden was 40 years ago. And I'm like, look, man, he's been in politics for over 40 years. He's been racist for all those years in politics. He didn't want his kids to even ride the same bus with your kids. He didn't even, he didn't use it. See, and they used that fact check shit, and they, no, he didn't use the term super predator, but he used the term predator. He said that 100,000 people that have no family structure, come from dysfunctional homes, which was basically describing black households, needed to be put away. This was 26 years ago. This wasn't over 40 years ago.
Right. He
And
also,
so,
remember when he was telling the story about, I didn't mean to cut you off. Remember he was telling the story about him working at the pool, and it was a lot of black kids at the pool, and he was like, so I know about roaches.
yeah. And see, people, and I'm glad you brought that up. See, people don't know that when you see, when it comes to being around racist white people, there's certain terms, certain language they use that they describe that's really talking about your black ass. So when they get to talking like about roaches and shit like that, they basically calling you a goddamn roach.
Yeah, man. And the media does a great job of trying to like erase that history for them. You know what I mean? The media like CNN, MSNBC, and NBC, they do a great job erasing that history for them because you don't hear none of them bring up what Kamala Harris has done as you don't hear those statistics on. And then if you post it, oh, that's some fake news. It's mean what you listening to Fox. No, that's a record. You know what I'm saying? If you post it, then they start looking. Oh, you need to. When Kamala Harris was running for president, we was not fucking with her. She didn't get like 2% of the black vote because we didn't feel her. And like you said, she was saying she wasn't even saying she was black. But now all of a sudden, if you say something about her,
No.
how you gonna destroy the sister like that? Y'all niggas trip. This is all you gonna do. I'm like, man, if you don't stay off my page with this bullshit, man. Just because they black don't
Yeah,
mean
and
they
so
for us, man.
yeah, and when people, because man, I've been on here and people uh stop with the Russian bot shit, man. No one is a Russian bot, man. Like they don't even know. They don't even know what the fuck. Now, am I saying that they don't create these fake pages? And yeah, Black Twitter got exposed because one of the biggest person that people they had on there was a fake Russian person. I get it, but man, if I'm on this motherfucker doing live posts, nigga. How am I a Russian bot, nigga? You can chime in anytime to say anything. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not able to get any, but what I want to do is I wanted to read off some of what this dude said right quick, and then we're going to drop some solutions, and then we're going to bounce up out of here. Hit the like button, share this shit, man. This is Imabullyradio. Got the good brother Shane Smith up in here. So in these comments, so you can go to Comedian Jake Scott on Facebook, see if it'll let you on there, and scroll down. It's a picture of Kamala Harris and her husband, and he is saying on there about her and putting more black people in jail. And so if you listen to anybody from California, they will tell you why they don't like her, why they don't fuck with her. All these Negroes that I be getting replying to me have no idea or don't know nobody. They ain't never been nowhere. So so this says right here. This dude says, I thought that, now this is for her being a prosecutor. It said, I thought that was the job of a prosecutor to lock up those that have broken the law, white or black. Maybe I'm wrong. Would it have been okay if a white prosecutor had done this on her job the same way? Would we be having the same conversation about the race of inmates? Now, he's not the only person that have gotten on my page talking about, well, if they did the crime, they should be locked up. If they did the crime. And so what kills me when people say that, because it's like, yo, you're not going to say that if that shit happens to you personally. It's like, and that's how black people be operating. We be operating as if we don't care about shit until it happens to you personally. Then you want the whole fucking world to stop and understand what you got going on. So it said, I put on there, so it said, Charles, I put on there, I said, clearly you haven't been to California. Say the same thing to someone who experienced her and your narrative will change. This Negro says, no, it won't. For every action, there's a reaction. California is not the only state where African Americans have been arrested and incarcerated unjustly. That's the reason folks are fighting so hard for criminal justice reform. Just like I'm quite sure a lot of those that got arrested broke the law. You hear what these are Negroes now. This is an older nigga saying this. This is someone who, I mean, I'm 41, so anything older than 41 is older than me. But it's a generation of old cats that are on the path of righteousness and have done good. But then you have these type of Negroes right here, where this nigga right here said that. And let me clarify this, because I had to come to grips with this. There's no other ethnicity that they use the term criminal reform until you and when they say that, they're talking about black people. They don't use no other. When MS-13 get arrested and these cartels get arrested, they don't say nothing about no goddamn criminal reform, no criminal nothing. And so you hear the type of rhetoric this dude is saying, and these are the type of Negroes that are dangerous out here, man. These are dangerous Negroes. Okay, and so let me just and I'm just gonna skip a little bit of this. And now when somebody else I knew got on there and they got to getting at him, he said, first things first, I'm talking about the job of Kamala Harris had to do. Me representing my people was proven. I have done my share of marching. Secondly, I never said anything about anyone being guilty, period. Hell fucking no. I don't agree with unarmed men being killed by the people re-employed through our taxes dollars. Your whole post is wrong. Negro, are you nigga, what are you talking about? Like, nigga, see, what I don't like is the nigga babble. Don't be babbling on my shit. Like, yo, stop it. Like, nigga, you're basically saying that, you know what I mean? That you nigga, okay, so which one is it? The job or you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, stop, man. Stop.
He all over the place with shit, man. You said he a comedian? You said?
Oh, man, he a comedian in Atlanta. goes by Charles Washington. I don't even know how I even connected with this dude. Maybe through like a mutual friend, because sometimes, man, I just be requesting people so I can just try to build, man. I don't even be tripping on, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot more on that bullshit, but I'll just cut it right there. So let me just say this, because you know what I'm saying, we got a few minutes left. All these things said, even with me exploiting that Negro right there, what do you feel are solutions that we should be trying to work towards to get us on the right path politically, economically? Just what are some things that you feel, because all these things intertwine with each other, and it's like we're not what do we need to do to build a consistent path to find real justice out here?
Well, that's a complex answer, cuz I think one of the things though is what you're doing right here is having these types of conversations, man, and getting with like-minded individuals, uh, to try to build a community and a foundation of folks that have the same goals, that are willing to protect themselves, protect their families, their children, feed their families, and then circle our dollar more with black businesses and things of that. Um, but right now, man, I think we're at a point, as much as we need that for us as black folks, we're at a point right now that this shit is going a lot further than just race. You know what I mean? This is a war that's going on of good and evil. And and God is the greatest, but Satan is on his shit right.
And
So
what Kanye West say, we know more about Satan. We love Jesus, but we know Satan. We know a lot about Satan.
listen, they said he's a fallen angel that came down here and deceived a lot of folks, man. And a lot of folks is out here getting deceived. And I think that everything with so much being inverted, it's hard to, our battle, Marcus Garvey said we are a race of people divided by petty differences. And I think that's been our biggest issue. We won't come together because of things like this, because of we might disagree politically, or you might be light skinned or dark skinned, you might have a couple more dollars, or like
Hold on. Wait a minute, news. Hold on, brother. They fucking with the feed. Hold on. I lost you. I got you back now. Here, say
okay, so
something.
yeah,
There we go. Yeah.
yeah. So we fall out over little shit like that, man. And I think it's really important because we do this, we got all come together. It ain't gonna happen. We need to get small groups of black folks that are like-minded. We ain't all gonna come together on shit. We too divided with too much other little petty shit. Get small groups, little pockets of people that you can work with, even if it's 15, 20, even if it's 10, 5, 10, and say, this is what we gonna do, this is how we gonna circulate our little dollar, this is how we gonna get our food, this is how we gonna raise our children. And that's really the plan we can take at this point, because anytime we try to get the masses all together, it ain't never gonna work. And first of all, they ain't gonna allow it. Them motherfuckers, they ain't gonna want it. Somebody gonna get sabotaged. Somebody gonna go to jail. Somebody gonna die, or somebody gonna infiltrate and mess it up. Somehow it's gonna get fucked up.
I was
You know
just
what I
about
mean?
to
So
say
if we don't start keep, you know what I mean? So if we don't start keeping these little things small and tight and with like-minded folks, man, then we ain't gonna get. That's the main. That's the only answer I can really give to that, man. We gotta get the like. That's why I rocks with you, because I see what you post. I know I can rap with you. You got a head on your shoulder. You don't just come emotional. You post something. You ask questions. You ain't even just out there just posting your opinion. Let me ask y'all this. I see it all the time. Let me ask. Give me y'all opinion on this. Let's have a conversation about this. And people will jump on. So what you think? They already coming with an attitude. I be looking at the post like, damn, this man just asked a question, and
that's
you
it.
can't even respond to the question. It's crazy. The
It is.
same shit be happening on my junk, man. It's crazy, man.
And
So
that's
it's
why I
unfortunate,
be
but that's why I
thinking,
say,
my bad.
no, go ahead, Cap.
And that's why I think those are who the bots and the trolls, you know, those are the trolls that we deal with on a regular basis because they're so far away from the truth that they rather continue to live in the lie. I think everything you just said was right on facts. I believe because I've seen the article on it was like 20 families that brought some property up in Georgia. I think that that is the way that we need to go. We need to start building more communities, and I think that 200, 120 people that are all on the same page as far as a code travels way further than 200,000 people, 1,000 people, because I'd rather have that because everybody has the same mind frame that we're here to protect our family. We're here to build our community. We're here to be economically sound. And so when we have enough of this going on in one area, then we can go to these politicians and be like, hey, we got 100,000 right now, and these are our demands. And I keep saying this to people, you can just like the brother that was out there in Georgia that what's his name? Is it Paul Howard? He's related to Dwight Howard. He was the prosecutor or DA or something. Yeah. And he got voted out. He got voted out for someone who is a police lover, who is for the unions. We should be trying to hit up a lot. We should be trying to hit up, organize, and hit up these police insurance carriers. These police should not be carrying insurance if they're doing something detrimental. If they commit a crime towards black people, if they shoot one of us, then they should not be carrying insurance. Their insurance should be dropped the moment that they shoot an unarmed black person. I believe all these police officers should be tested for some type of substance. I believe a majority of them are on steroids, drunk all the goddamn time, cocaine. And so these are things that black people have to try to we would see, and I'll end it like so. I keep telling black people to go look at the last Purge movie they put out. The last Purge movie they put out is a test run on what they're doing with black people right now. Hit the like button, share this shit. In that movie, they have the Purge breakout all in different boroughs of New York, directly trying to hit black people. They didn't even use the term purge in the fucking movie. They used the term experiment. They had us. I'm gonna cut you off.
And you notice that was the prequel.
That was the prequel. That was the goddamn prequel to what started the shit. Facts.
That's right.
And so they put these things in the
that
movie.
Was the prequel to what started.
Yes, and what they do in that movie, they were expecting us to lose our fucking minds, kill each other, blah, blah, blah. What were we doing? We were partying and bullshitting. It's the same thing that's happening right now. So either we gonna get our shit together or they really gonna try to roll all over us. Either we gonna stop being fearful and scared, fuck a Trump, fuck a Biden, fuck all that shit. We need to come together in your own individual local cities. What we doing right here, this man's in Georgia, I'm in Texas. This is how you build shit. You get enough of us in each one of our cities, and we can single-handedly change shit. I put codes out. We need codes for the youth, codes for the adults. We need to have think tanks where we're constant. I tell anybody, you want to do something, hit me up in my messenger, and I'll build with you. That's what we should be doing. We do that on the social media. That is how this shit can really change in a short amount of time. I'm not expecting thousands of niggas to be doing nothing because it's a lot of slaves out here. I expect the small few to come together and we gonna get this shit right.
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said we're gonna get up. Oh, really? Can you hear me? Here, let me try to hold on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you, but you can't hear
I
me.
can't hear anything.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can get him out right quick. See if I can get him back on. You might have to go in and out right quick. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
I can't hear you though. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to get. See, that's what I'm saying. When you chop and build, man, they wanna try to destroy. Let me see. Did you try to go back in and out? Can you hear me now? Ah, damn. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can get. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share this shit. Hold on. Like we getting ready to end this. This was great building right here. I want the brother to be able to get on here and you know what I'm saying, get him out here so people can know where to connect with him. Hit the like button, share this shit, man. This is Imabullyradio, man. Appreciate those that came on. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I hit this up with him. I hit you back in there, brother. You may not be able to hear me, but you know what I'm saying? If you can read that message, you know what I'm saying? Just give oh shit. If you can read that message, man, I'm gonna get this brother to try to give his social media, his contact for you to follow him, for you to try to build with him. You understand what I'm saying? Let me see if I can get him now. Hold on. I see that's what they be trying to do out here, man. They be trying to get us to be. Hey, bro, you might be able to hear me on the phone. If you can hear this message through the phone, just give your contact or your shout outs or anything you want people to know to contact you with, and I'm gonna go ahead and dismount off the show. Appreciate those that's came in and check the show out today, man. I feel as if this was a real good show. You know what I'm saying? Even though I've been having some little technical difficulties, it is what it is. Yeah, we can hear you though, bro. We can hear you though, brother. If you want to say it, I still got you on. We can hear you though. Okay, the brother got off. So you know what I'm saying? What you know what I mean? The only chef Shane Michaels, the only chef Shane Michaels on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Check his page out. The brother is a chef. The brother is a chef. The brother know how to cook. You understand? He done cooked for some people. Shane Smith on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I want to salute the brother, man. It was good having him on. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. We're going to try to bring him back on again for another time. You know what I mean? Check him out. Like I said, the only chef, Shane Michaels on Instagram, Shane Smith on Facebook. That was good. That was good, man. Shout out to everybody that checked the show out today, man. Much love. You know what I'm saying? I came in with the home team. I'm going to end with the home team. Make sure you all share this shit. Hit the like button, man. It's Imabullyradio. You dig? It's been a good show. You know what I mean? I hope you all have a good and safe weekend. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head on a swivel. Keep building with people. And you know what I'm saying? I'm out, man. This was episode 18. Pandemonium. and getting blocked by a contradicting old nigga. Go to my Facebook page, man. You can see the thread, man. I got. They wouldn't let me share it. They wouldn't let me get my shit right on social media. So it is what it is. But I'm out, man. So y'all take it easy. All right, man. Peace. Pizzies, nigga.
Big quarter. Yeah. Mouse. Shit. Long as I stay up on my. Cheer. I put my seatbelt on. I got the trunk full of sticky. I can't get pulled over now. I got this money waiting for me. I make up a detour. City uniforms when I'm on course. And I'm 4 steps. And I'm right back to my destination. Gotta put cheese on my sandwich. What the fuck you hating me for? Cause I handle my business. Gorilla O's with gorillas. In the Circle City, a killer. These bitches call me with feelings. But say that shit for your nigga. I just wanna get the pussy. Then I dip into my new whip. Then I back on my shit. Well, I call my cousin Vito to order another quarter and slaughter another package. Attacking who can't afford it. I'm texting every Tony Braxton, every hand in hand. And metamorph the fortune. Fortunate that I never got caught on the road of riches. What the fuck you thought? My name remains anonymous. I'm trying to keep my sanity in the city of broken promises. You haters never get the best of me. I got coke and weed and bipartisan. We can politic if need be. If you're looking for some partnership, my policy CLT. Cause I break it down, bag it up, make my rounds, stack it up. Niggas hate, but that's okay. As long as I stay up on my grind and I can fly away, 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 fly away. R.I.P. to all these rappers coming after me in my city. Toe tag them, dig a hole, dirt nap them. Yo, eulogy, I was laughing hard. To the motherfucker, hard the last word for the pastor. Send them my regards. Dig hard, I didn't have to, but I had to knock his chop off. Play brush your bootleg for this work, again. If it's your turn, I was gonna say something, but since it's your fate, I won't get in the way if you playing yourself. Slave to the system, hang yourself. Never fall victim, stand for self. Fuck this rap shit, I would sell cookies, steeple, elf, but it make me wealth. This world fucked up, tighten up my belt, tighten up my 4-3 CPO. I like them go to bars and it's not bronze. One of these bras say so. For the even pull the bars, my home, 5 Room Avenue. By the way, Razor MC, that's mad dope. But on the low, I'm trying to get paid. Got my own style, so I found my own lane. Drive these rap niggas insane. Sipping on Remy Martin with the see me, y'all. The meta style when I don't shoot blanks. Hold up, wait, I don't pump fake. I stay fresh all day, every day like a faded pink. But fire without the wings, I'm just chilling. When you see me, know I break it down, bag it up, make my round.